Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. In this video we will cover the remaining topics related to structure of atom. An electronic structure is the way in which electrons are arranged in an atom. Now electrons in atoms, they occupy energy levels, or they are present in electronic shells. Those shells are present outside the nucleus. Different shells can hold different maximum number of electrons. It means that they have different capacity to hold maximum number of electrons. The first shell, the very first shell that is nearest or closest to the nucleus, it can hold a maximum of 2 electrons. Then the second shell, it has the capacity to hold a maximum of 8 electrons. So when the first shell gets filled, the remaining electrons move to the second shell, and if second shell is also filled to its maximum capacity, then the electrons will move to the third shell. So a table is shown for your understanding that tells you that how electrons are filled in the first shell, second and the third shell. This table is showing you the maximum capacity of the shell, that in the first shell there could be a maximum of 2 electrons. If we discuss the example, we can take the example of hydrogen. In hydrogen, the atomic number is 1, so it means it has 1 proton. So hydrogen atom is having a 1 electron. So in the first shell there will be 1 electron revolving around the nucleus. So in hydrogen the maximum number is not there, or the first shell is not filled. It does not have 2 electrons, it just has its 1 electron revolving around the nucleus. Then we see the second element, helium. Its atomic number is 2. It means it has 2 electrons and 2 protons. So the first shell should be filled. First shell will be having 2 electrons revolving around the nucleus. It only helium has 2 electrons only, so the 2 electrons will fill up its first shell, and there will be no electron to move to the second shell. Now if we see another example how electronic structure could be predicted. The electronic structure of an atom can be predicted from its atomic number. For example, the atomic number of sodium is 11. Sodium atom has 11 proton and 11 electron. So if we divide these electrons, out of 11, 2 electrons will move to the first shell. Now we have remaining 9 electrons. So 8 electrons will move to the second shell, because second shell has a maximum capacity to carry 8 electrons. So 8 and 2, 2 in the first shell and 8 in the second shell. 10 electrons are arranged in first 2 shells, and only 1 is remaining, the 11th electron, that will move to the third shell. So if you see the electronic structure, or if you have to write the electronic configuration of sodium, we will write it as 2. In the first shell there are 2, then 8. In the second shell there are 8 and 1. 2, 8, 1. In the third shell there is 1 electron. So this electronic structure is shown in the diagram. You have to practice the electronic configuration as well as electronic structure of first 20 elements according to your syllabus. Here in the diagram, as you can see, that each shell, each electronic shell is shown as a circle, and each electron is shown as a dot in the given diagram, or you can draw it or mention it as a cross in the diagram. What are valence electrons? We have discussed about electrons, that how they are arranged in different electronic shells. But then there is a question that what are valence electrons or what are valency electrons. Sometimes it is written like this. Okay, valence electrons are the electrons in the outermost shell of any element. These valence electrons or outer electrons are used to form chemical bonds. These chemical bonds could be covalent bonds or ionic bonds. We have already discussed that electrons are placed in different orbits around the nucleus. The first orbit or the first shell can have a maximum of 2 electrons, and the second shell can have a maximum of 8 electrons. And if we write electronic configuration as we have done in the case of sodium, it was 2 8 1. In the first shell 2, in the second shell 8, and in the third shell the remaining 1 electron. So the remaining electron of the sodium, the third shell, the outermost shell, that contains only 1 electron. So the valence electron of sodium is 1. And if we see the example for sulfur, its electronic configuration is written as 2 8 6. So the valence electron or the outermost electrons of sulfur are 6. Sulfur has 6 valence electrons. The one more topic that is related to electronic configuration or structure of atom is periodic table. If you know about periodic table and you are able to get proper information from the periodic table, then it is very easy for you to tell the electronic configuration of different elements. So basically the periodic table, it is a list of elements arranged in order of increasing proton number. The position of element tells us about the proton number. Periodic table is read from left to right. Metals are present on the left hand side while non-metals are written or present on the right hand side. Inert gases, also known as noble gases or zero group, is present on the extreme right hand side of the periodic table. There are some of the basic things or rules which you have to remember about the periodic table. The very first one is that elements are arranged in order of proton numbers. Vertical columns of elements in the periodic table, they are known as groups. Horizontal rows of elements are known as periods. Across a period, the element change from metal to non-metal. If we read a period, if we go through a period, we will see that the first elements of the period are metals, and as we go along the period, then the non-metals are there on the other side of the period or where the period is ending. Elements close to the staircase line that is mentioned in the periodic table, like silicon or germanium, can have some properties of both metals and non-metals, so they are known as metalloids. Now, how a periodic table can help you to write or to understand the electronic configuration of any element. So group number and period number are very important in this case. Group number indicates the number of electrons in the outermost shell of an atom, and the period number indicates the number of electronic shells. So if an element is present in period 3, it means the element has 3 shells, 3 electronic shells. So metal always form positive ions and non-metal always form negative ions. This will be discussed in detail in your next chapter, bonding, chemical bonding. Okay, if we want to directly see the relationship of electronic configuration or structure of atom with the periodic table, we will see that group 1, the elements of group 1 mostly has a valency of 1. Group 2 has a valency of 2, like calcium and magnesium. Group 3 has valency of 3. We can give the example of aluminium from group 3. Group 0 has full valency or zero valency, which makes it very stable, or these elements are very stable. That's why they are known as noble gases. So here once again the electronic structure and the relation of the electronic structure with periodic table is given for your better understanding, that the electronic structure of an element is linked to the position in the periodic table. How it is linked we can see with the help of table. Number of shells in electronic structure, we can see number of shells, that as in case of sodium it is 281, so it means that it has 3 shells. So first shell having 2 electrons, second shell having 8 electrons, and the third shell is having 1 electron. So it has 3 shells, and we can get information about its number of shells from the period number. If it has 3 shells, it means it is present in period number 3. If any element is present in period number 5, it will be having 5 electronic shells. So group number tells us about the number of electrons in the outermost shell, or it gives information about the valence electrons. So if you see the example of sodium, it has 1 valence electron. It means it is present in group 1. If we can take the example of calcium, it is present in group 2, so it will be having 2 valence electrons. So in this way, period number and group number are important, and the periodic table can help you to understand the electronic structures and electronic configuration of different elements.